From Kecoughtan High School in Hampton, WHCS Cable Channel 46 presents Peninsula Girls Group AAA Basketball, the Phoebus Phantoms and the Kecoughtan Warriors. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz. We welcome you to Kecoughtan High School for this contest between the Phoebus Phantoms with a 3-2 overall record and the Kecoughtan Warriors winless 0-6 on the season. Bob, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, and Mike and Bob, the other Bob, and
the other Bob.
I'm ready to go. This is basketball season now.
There you see the officials for tonight's contest. As Bob mentioned to me off air, we have Daryl Brown and Daryl Owens.
Daryl Brown was with the ball.
So we are set to get this one underway. We'll show you the starting lineups in just a moment. And the only tap of the game will be redone, so it won't be the only tip-off of the game. It'll be a second tip-off. And now it is batted out of bounds. I believe they'll say the Phantoms will have it, and that is the call.
We'll get a chance. We'll do the lineups.
Yeah.
I know we didn't get a chance. We a little malfunction beginning, but this Kecoughtan team has not won any games, Tim, but they're very, very young. First-year coach. Richard Hall, him and I go way back into the 70s. He played ball for me over at Bethel High School. Good to see him get a head job. Really be doing a lot of learning. Phoebus on the other side is also a little smaller, but probably a little bit more competition under the belt.
We have got a turnover, and the ball goes back over to the Phantoms. We're going to show you the lineups, starting lineups first of all. For the Kecoughtan Warriors, Kimber Johnson, Tanisha Ryan, Jerry Aspey, Kara Kudlick, and Carrie Dixon. Missed shot is rebounded by the Warriors. We are scoreless here in the first minute of play here in the first period.
I'll tell you, isn't that nice, that little drum roll we got before the, oh, nice shot.
Oh, nice shot. That's Carrie Dixon with a whole nice shot.
11th grader. One of the 11th graders that start on this team. Got some freshmen starting. Playing a zone, Tim. They're trying to keep the ball out of the hand of that little guard right there. She can really penetrate, number 10 for the Phantoms, and that's Michelle Russell.
Well, you saw the lack of experience on the part of the Phantoms on that rebound. They weighted the ball to them. They didn't go to the ball. And she was much quicker, Michelle Russell was, to get to the ball. You have to go to the ball. You can't just wait for it. Here's the other starting lineup for you. I'll let you do this one, Bob. This is the Phantoms.
And you see number 10, Michelle Russell, along with Chanel Jackson, Cindy Pierce, Kymister Alston, and Christina Parrish.
And, of course, the Phantoms coached by Tiffany Everett.
This is Tiffany's second year at the helm of the Lady Phantoms. Her assistant is Keith Stagg.
Foul was on Kamisha Alston. And at the free throw line is Jerry Aspey, who hits the first of 2 free throws.
I'll tell you, I already mentioned Coach Richard Hall. He's assisted by Jerome Boyd and Reggie Wright. He says their team is averaging, Tim, 25-plus turnovers a game. He says that's not real good, but he says, I'll tell you how young we are.
So 4-0 is the score, and a reach-in foul will be called against the Warriors. That'll be whistled down on number 20, Kimber Johnson. That'll be a reach-in foul, a non-shooting foul. So the Phantoms will bring it across the timeline. That is the only timeline involved. When I say that, there's no shot clock for those of you in high school basketball who may not be familiar with all the rules. 8-minute quarters, no shot clock. Feed down low, and in heavy traffic, the shot is, well, actually before the shot, there was a jump ball. A good defensive effort to tie up the ball. And possession arrow will give the ball over to the Phantoms.
You make a good defensive play and you don't get the ball. I'm not too sure I like that rule.
We've talked about that a few times in the past. Let me remind you that our sponsors for today's contest are Zooms with a gazillion Peninsula locations to serve you. What was the last count? About
14
of them.
Yeah.
And the game brought to you in part by Parklawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the funeral director. 4-0 in favor of the Warriors. They turn it over. Back come the Phantoms. Shot down low, put up nicely and good.
Christina Parrish, Tim, she's just a sophomore.
So Parrish gets the first points of the game for the Phantoms. And the shot put up well off the mark, but a little help on the defense that time as Chanel Jackson got her on the arm, and that'll draw the 2-shot foul.
What Phoebus likes to do for the most part is play a man-to-man and try to play an up-tempo game, Tim. They also, when they're on offense, they try to run a motion offense to get everybody involved, especially against that zone, try to overload it to get an open shot.
Tanisha Ryan at the free throw line misses the first of 2. And in the ball game for the Phantoms comes Marisha Bowler, and she will replace Jenny Pierce for Tiffany Everett's Phoebus Phantoms. Second one is also no good, so 0 for 2 at that attempt from the free throw line for Ryan. And the Phantoms now
nice
with a chance
pass
to tie, don't get the ball to go. And the rebound comes off to the Warriors.
Did a good job breaking that little press that the Warriors had on. Not dribbling the ball, just passing it.
Warriors work it down low. Shot is in and out. And one shot is all they get. Back come the the Phantoms rather.
But I tell you, Richard Hall would love to have that shot all the time, and that's just about an 8-foot jumper. Whoa!
And there's a 3 from the top of the key from Christina Parrish. So she gives the Phantoms their first lead of the ball game, and now the turnover, lost the handle on it. And the ball stolen. Michelle Russell looked inside. Off the glass, no good. Good job of going over the back without committing the foul by number 23, Kamisha Alston, but then a jump ball after the loose ball was created.
Kim, we will pick a player of the game from each one of these teams, and that player receive a plaque and a shirt. Plaque comes from Engraving Inc., and that's Dave Buckwalter, and Dave had to go into the hospital, had part of his colon removed, but he said he's still going to do the plaques, and he is not open for business.
Just one offensive rebound after another, and finally Parrish with 7 points here. All of the Phantom points, as a matter of fact, got the stick back. She just kept putting it up as like a practice drill where you bounce it off the backboard.
Yeah, well, all our thoughts and prayers go out to Dave. Hope he gets well real quick. And then the shirt comes from the Islander Sporting Goods. They're located in Kecoughtan. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment, uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. And I just want to make a note that the plaques will be there, but they may be a little late coming.
Now, we appreciate him, and speedy recovery to Dave. He's been a great supporter. I won't do the joke about, what I could have said there. He's been a great athletic supporter.
He has been.
Kara Kudluck gets the lead back for, check that, gets the margin of difference back to 1, 7-6. 3:53 to go in the first. Shot is a little too long, and the loose ball taken underneath by Jerry Asby.
Nice touch on the ball. Just didn't get the bounce.
Nice soft touch, but it wouldn't roll in. Back come the Phantoms. Haven't used the Phantom word since we were up in Richmond. Congratulating the Phantoms and Bill D for their state championship.
And Bill getting the player of the coach of the year, and his team getting player of the year. And good to see Shadid Harris, our good buddy Shadid, is going to Syracuse.
I saw that in the paper.
Oral commitment.
Yep, saw that in the paper. But our congratulations to the Phantoms all the way around. Bill D, well deserving of Coach of the Year. He's been a great coach for a long time, and finally gets the recognition.
We got wholesale substitution. We got 4 young ladies coming in for the Phantoms, Tim. See if you can pick them up.
The nightmare of the broadcaster.
I'll give you the numbers, 12 and 14.
12 and 14, that's Jackson, and 14 is Brown.
You got 30 and 22.
Well, that's Bryant and Parrish.
And number 21.
And that would be Alston. That'll round out the Phantoms. So Jerry Asby can't connect on either of her free throws. After hitting her first two, she misses those two. And then we have a jump ball, and the possession arrow will give the ball over to the Phantoms. 3:12 to go in the first period, a 1-point game. Kecoughtan led early, but now trail by 1. Phantoms have gotten all their points from Christina Parrish. Left open, she'll take the jumper and hit it.
Gets it. Don't leave me open.
Carol Pinkney with the big 3, and that gives the Warriors a 2-point lead. Dare me to shoot it, and I'll take it. And we've got a trip, I believe, on the inside.
Yeah.
Somewhat inadvertent, but
if it wasn't a tripper, it was a travel. It had to be something.
So that one will get whistled against Weatherall. Lisa Weatherall will get her first, and that will be a non-shooting foul. Player control. The Phantoms will inbound, and they find the open shooter underneath. That was Kim London, but she was fouled, so she'll get a pair. 2:41 to go in the first. This game videotaped on the 8th of January, 2002. Do you believe it, Bob?
2002.
2002. The days are just going by so quickly anymore. You get to be your age, they go by real quick, right?
Hey, I'm thankful that they go by.
Don't say go by to an old person. Right? One shot coming for Kim London, missed her first of 2. And she gets the roll on the second one. So 1 out of 2 for Alston, and it's a 1-point lead now for the Warriors. Feed right side, waits for the traffic to clear, and puts it in.
Nice patience. Nice patience.
Kara Dixon gets the job done. She's got 4, and the lead is again 3.
Well, that was a nice pass by Jasmine Joyner.
Traveling the call. One more person walked by here without giving us some of that pizza. We're going to have to talk.
All right, Tim, we got a possibility of 3-point play.
Yes, a nice play by Shanika Jackson as she penetrated and drew the foul. Didn't pick up the player that was that committed the foul. Missed the free throw, but got another opportunity.
How about number 21? See,
right.
Numbers up there on the board.
Oh, okay. Son of a gun.
You're not used to this high tech?
I didn't I forgot we had that here. That's right. They gave us a nice new scoreboard a couple years ago. 21. I know, Mike.
help him out, Mike, all you can.
Mike, look at the scoreboard. Mike just looked up. Said, son of a gun. If all else fails, look at the scoreboard.
Watch right here's the play right there with the foul and a nice shot.
So a chance to tie here for London, although she's been sporadic and now just 1 of 4 from the free throw line, but got the loose ball. Shot from the corner, no good, and it's tipped into the corner and retrieved by the Warriors. That is Ree Williams in the ball game now. Number 5. Contact, but no foul. Less than 2 minutes to go in the period. And a pass inside is tipped away. It'll belong to the Warriors. 11-10, Kecoughtan looking for their first victory of the season. Shot from the 3-point range is a little short, but an offensive rebound by Williams. And her pass is knocked away. Loose ball, and now they're going to call a jump ball to Richard Hall's chagrin.
You're saying she got the ball, but she also had a hold of the arm. But
well, they ruled it a jump ball and gave the possession arrow to the Phantoms. So 1:40 to go in the first. bus just got back, I guess, from or just got here from Phoebus.
That's the Phoebus varsity boys coming in, I think.
All right, the Phantoms down by a point. And they'll try the three-pointer, and that's off the mark. And rebounded by the Warriors. And a reach-in foul. Now, a timeout has been called by the Phantoms. Gives me an opportunity to mention to you that WHCS was recognized as a recent school board meeting for its second major award this year. After winning a Telly earlier in the year, WHCS received Best of Show Platinum Aurora Award for the video that we've presented here on Channel 46.
Hey, you ought to see that award, Tim.
Past,
beautiful,
present,
beautiful,
and future. Don't interrupt me when I'm telling you.
Oh, I got to tell you, Scotty flipped me a couple bucks to tell you about that Aurora.
Oh, yeah, well, he wrote this thing here.
Oh, it's got his name a couple times?
That's right. No, it doesn't say that on there, but we do want to recognize Scotty Bowers and Don Scharouse and all the fine
Mike Nowinski and Andy Foley, I think those were the four.
All these people and the support staff behind them doing a great job to win this award. It's a very prestigious award. This is not just given out with a box of Cracker Jacks.
No, in fact, Tim, HBO and the History Channel are just some of the ones that have also won this award. So.
Yeah, no, this is a biggie. Congratulations to Channel 46 for a great effort. Shot up and no good as the Warriors now with a 2-point lead after Dixon connected at the other end.
Looks like 3 points.
I mean a 3-point lead, that's what I said.
That's what you said? Okay, I didn't hear that.
Actually, I didn't. That's important stuff. Back come the Warriors. This is Pinckney giving on the left wing to Joyner. 42 seconds, and then the ball stolen.
Actually, a bad pass.
Well, we want to accentuate the positive.
Yeah.
And contact on the pass. So I'll be curious now, will she get 2 shots? Because she was, in fact, passing the ball. They're going to give her 2 shots. See, I don't think that's the right call.
No, it's not, because she was passing the ball. She wasn't shooting it.
Right. You don't get 2 shots for passing the ball, usually.
Well, in this case, you do.
Well, you watch the replay here, and you tell me what you think. Now, this is the drive, and then she's going to pass. She's not even looking at the basket. She's passing it back, got hacked, and they gave her 2 shots. Christmas is in January this year. Jackson hits the first of 2. I shouldn't be critical of these guys. I don't want to get on my bashing of the officials here.
No, I know you've been bad in the past. So.
That's your job.
It's my job.
2 points is the lead. 2 points are the lead? How does that go?
I think you're right.
The lead is 2 points.
There you go.
And we got another foul called. This one is going to be on number 30. Mike taught me, or Scotty did actually, to look at the board, and it'll tell me on every occasion without having to guess.
And who gets the ball?
That was on Bryant, her first. Warriors trying to get the last shot off here. They do a good job of a good call. Good call.
Did she got on it?
It just got the tip of her toe across on that line, and it's an over and back. Ever so close. I didn't think he'd see it.
Well, he was a long way away.
I could see it. See, I was right on that line. I had that line nailed. Blocked inside. Warriors will not get the shot. Whoa, maybe they might have, but it didn't go in anyway. Didn't go in. Let's see if you can see this. Watch her foot. See, just got the tip of her toe.
She got a little help.
Yes, she did. It's called a well-placed shove.
Little push.
Yeah. Well, the problem is you can't even go on it.
So you can't touch it.
HCS, that's WHCS, as you look around at some of the crowd, has provided video to all of the following national affiliates this year. Get a load of this, guys. We've given film to ESPN, NFL Films, Comcast Network, Fox Beyond the Glory, and NBA Video.
Well, let me tell you what. I got a call from a guy from Philadelphia, and he says, you and I are stars in Philadelphia. And I said, what do you mean? He says, Comcast shows things, and they will talk about Pacific athletes in the Philadelphia area. He said they did, and they usually do a 1 hour thing. They did a 2 hour thing on Allen Iverson and showed the finals of the state championship basketball game, and then turned around and showed the finals of the football game. So we had 4 hours of airtime in Philadelphia last week.
They played the whole thing?
The whole tape.
Holy smokes, that's why my phone hasn't been ringing.
And the guy told me, he says, and you said, I got to go down the field and interview, and he says, sound like you dropped your microphone. I said, I probably did. Or that. Well, Tim pushed me out of the booth. I wasn't sure which.
I'll be darned. How about that?
But Scotty's told me that they've got stuff from NFL Films, from Fox, from ESPN, Comcast. All these people have been getting stuff from us, from not just Iverson, but Curry and, the athletes from the school.
Sure.
The school system. So we're getting a lot of ink, a lot of airtime anyway.
And I guess that residual check is in the mail, right?
Scotty says, and we don't get a cent for that. I'm talking to school about nobody.
Well, but we've gone back to this point, and we've got a foul on that last play. Michelle Russell called for her first. At the free throw line will be, I'm sorry, let's get this right. We got the wrong 10 here. We got Carol Pinckney called for her foul. And at the free throw line, we're talking so much Cassie Alston, and she misses the first of two. Watch the replay. You're going to see the nice drive here coming right at you. That's Ron ESPN Baton, and a good job of picking up that foul. She clearly got her on the arm. But that was a good play on her part, because she was probably going to get an easy basket if she didn't.
Yeah. Tim, Kecoughtan has already had 8 turnovers and Phoebus 4 in this game. So we've had a total of 12 turnovers.
Now, young teams will do that. Well, I'm still stunned that they actually played our entire broadcast of those two contests. Was that the Allen Iverson?
Allen Iverson against EC Glass in the football game.
Up at Liberty University,
yeah.
Right? And then there was the basketball game at Cavaliers Charlottesville.
Yep. The Kecoughtan just turned the ball over 2 times and gave up 4 points. That's not good. Richard Hall says, to break this press, Tim, you got to pass the ball against the press. You can't dribble against the press. And right now the Lady Warriors are trying to dribble through it, and I know that's what Richard is telling them, because that's what I used to tell Richard. So I know that's what he's telling them. Oh, by the way, in basketball they have different defenses. They got one defense called a box and one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember Johnny Carson used to do the Karnak thing, and he'd come out with the answer, box and one, and then he'd read the question. The question is, how does Tim Cole get the Krispy Kreme donuts? When you walk in,
it was the Karnak.
When you walk into Zooms up there by you, don't they say box and one?
And a full court press on that box. Yes, they do. Only it's not Krispy Kreme. While we're giving plugs here, let's give it to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, but Dunkin' Donuts is not doing anything for us. Krispy Kreme is out at Zooms.
Now I got it. I'm trying to keep score here. I'm so far behind. I don't know who scored the last 2 baskets for the Phantoms. But does Bob Killen? Does he keep points as well? Who scored the 2 last baskets for the Phantoms, Bob? Do you know? This is the 23. All right, I like it. Better than what I got.
Now that was backcourt, maybe.
All right, back to the basketball game. I'm still working on the fact that we had exposure in Philadelphia.
I tell you, that just blew my mind when he called me. He says, "You are a star." I said, "Get out of here."
Yeah, well, haven't heard anyone ringing down the.
No, I haven't either. He's a friend of mine in Philadelphia. He keeps in contact with me all the time. I thought that was a pretty neat thing.
That's really neat. Carrie Dixon picks up her second personal foul, and at the free throw line will be Veronica Bryant. And she gets the first of 2. Neither team has been very consistent at the free throw line. Just the Warriors 2 of 6 so far.
Well, the difference in this game, Tim, has been the press of the Phantoms. They have caused the Warriors to turn the ball over. Warriors not even getting the ball across the half-court line.
So as I say, inconsistent at the free throw line, Bryant hits both free throws. It's the reverse of the announcer's jinx. Warriors down by 4.
The Warriors are really just rattled.
Well, they haven't scored here, and we've played a little more than a minute and a half. And the Phantoms, on the other hand, have scored 6 unanswered points. We've got a scramble for the ball and the jump ball. Possession arrow will be in effect. There you see the score. Kecoughtan trailing by 4. And the Phantoms have it on the possession arrow. Warriors now employing the man-to-man defense, and now they steal the ball on the turnover. Uncontested layup back the other way. So good job by Jasmine Joyner to cut that lead to 2. Zooms with Krispy Kreme donuts, box in 1. And they got pizza. If they walk by here with one more piece of pizza, we're going to have to call Zooms, see if they deliver out here at Kecoughtan. There's got to be a Zooms nearby.
Yeah, there is, Tim.
So let's send Mike out for pizza.
Right down on Beach Road.
See, that's right, I remember that. Oh, ouch. Hope she's all right.
Oh, and he's calling the travel.
Whoa. Yeah, her head almost traveled off her shoulders. My gracious. Well, I guess the travel occurred before the decapitation.
I must have.
Watch the replay. You judge for yourself. And she did shuffle her feet a little bit.
No, she was dribbling, Tim. She was dribbling.
Well, what I did see for certain was serious contact on her head. The natives are getting restless over here. There you see the story of the game right now. 5:20 to go in the half. The guests, which are the Phantoms, up by 2. Michelle Russell. Right side feed for Alston. Now top of the key for London. They work it down low. Put it up, air ball, but chased down on the offensive rebound. This is Russell, top of the key. Now she'll call a play. Drives right by the defender and put it in. Michelle Russell with her first points of the game, and the lead is back up to 4. And that's an over and back. That one I can call, and that was easy.
That was an easy one.
Yeah.
She went all the way to the black line and back across the white one.
Yeah. 4:44 is the time remaining on the clock here in the first half. Phantoms with a 4-point lead. This is Shanika Jackson. Spinning move. Couldn't get the shot to go. Follow up, no good. And the loose ball recovered and rebounded by Carol Pinckney. Good lead down. Contact with no foul.
Tremendous contact.
Shot up and in, no. And back come the Phantoms. And a grab on the arm. That was one of those silly fouls. That's a shame.
That was really not a good foul.
Well, if you're going to foul, make sure you foul. I mean,
well, and not an act of shooting.
Right. And just grabbed her arm as she went by, just kind of half-heartedly. But that's inexperience again. Watch, you'll see what we're speaking of. She gets her right on the arm there. You just saw the very end of it. And this is the NBA, so they gave her the continuation play.
Oh, and talk a little bit about our crew, too. Scotty Bowers
talking
is
about
the director. Graphics and audio, Andy Foley. Engineer, Don Charaus. Cameras, Nathaniel Braxton.
See, there you go.
Susan Bowers, Ron Baton, instant replay, Andre Mattingly. Good job, guys and gals.
So you got a chance to see it all that time. 21-15, the biggest lead of the ball game. Oh, the offensive rebound didn't go in on the tip
That was
by Asby.
That was a putback by Jerry, Tim. She was so open.
Yeah. Just kind of nonchalantly missed it. Halfway through the second period as we're down under 4 minutes now. Asby drives the lane, put up the left-hander, and drew the foul. Foul is going to be called against Kim London, number 22. That's her first. And Asby will be at the free throw line. She is 2 of 4 in the first half from the charity stripe. So after hitting her first 2, she's missed her last 3.
Well, maybe she started another streak.
There you go. Shoot for that 1 in a row. You got to have 1 before you can have more than
That's right.
And that one won't go in either. So the rebound comes off to the Phantoms. Shot up, no good. And a foul is called. This one will be called against Tanisha Ryan, number 40. That is her first. And at the free throw line will be Kim London. She is just 1 of 4, make that 1 of 5. So the inconsistency continues at the free throw line. Here's your replay. You'll see, oh, she got a lot of ball.
Boy, she got a lot of ball, didn't she?
Yeah.
But when you come slapping down like that, 9 times out of 10, they're going to call a foul. At that time, another steal.
And another basket.
They're letting the Warriors get right across the half-court line. They're trapping them, and it's like another defensive man there because they can't go back court.
And another steal. So the Phantoms now threatening to break this one wide open. In and out, but they got the offensive board and stuck it back in. So that one is a putback by Christina Parrish. She has 9 points, and Richard Hall says, we've got to get a timeout and reorganize here. There you see a good shot of Richard. 26-15 as the Phantoms have outscored the Warriors 15-2 here in the second period.
Wow.
Went from a 2-point deficit to an 11-point lead in the second period. So the Warriors came out and played well in the first, but that press, that trap has really rattled them.
And they're really doing exactly what the Phantoms want you to do. Dribble the ball across half court, stop your dribble, gives you one option. You got to pass the ball, being double teamed with the half court line right behind you, Tim. Where can you go with the ball?
Good shot of Miss Bowers in the stands, bringing the action to you here on Channel 46. Hope you're enjoying tonight's contest. We'll also have the boys game between these two schools right here on Channel 46, your channel for high school sports. Steal it again.
Well, you can't dribble between people, and that's what they're trying to do instead of passing the ball.
6 points for Shanika Jackson and another steal. And this one is stolen right back on the pass that was clearly telegraphed. Russ would like to have that one back. In the corner. Asby. Good feed underneath. Shot won't go in, however. Oh, okay, we do. We want to mention that.
Yes, absolutely.
Susan, who you just saw bringing that shot to you a moment ago, a recent graduation participant at William and Mary.
Yeah, congratulations, Susan. Fantastic.
Proud papa, Mr. Bowers.
Yes, he is.
That's great. That's not, that's not like going to community college or anything. William and Mary is pretty good stuff. And the basket is good by Kim London. And another steal. And they steal it right back. So play real sloppy right now. A lot of turnovers. In the lane, Williams is tied up. And
Kecoughtan just does not protect the ball at all.
No. They seem to do real well to a point, and then they not sure what to do next.
Yeah.
And then it costs
Well,
them.
it's like they're going faster than they can go.
Yeah.
And then they're, I don't know. It's just, they try to dribble between people. They lose the ball. They come to a stop, and they just hold the ball out there rather than protect it.
But again, that's the inexperience. That's exactly what that's all about. And Richard Hall will get these young ladies more experience, and they'll do better. It's a learning process.
Yep. One thing you got to learn to do against the zone trap like the Phantoms are using, you got to learn to pass the ball, because if you're double teaming, somebody is open.
And that one was batted away, and the Warriors touched it last right here in front of us. Going down hard for the Warriors was Kimber Johnson, but she's okay. No, definitely no lack of hustle. So the Phantoms, who have doubled the score now, 30-15, will work it around, try to work down from low. Now they'll take the shot from outside. It's off the mark. And the rebound comes to the Warriors. That's Lisa Weatherall. And then we've got ball knocked out of bounds. Still belongs to the Warriors with 1:29 remaining in the first half. Tim Cole, Bob Hintz, Bob Killen, and Mike Hauser. Mike over here getting some OJT tonight.
Yes, and there was another example. Kecoughtan constantly dribbles the ball to the right corner of the across the half court, and they'll lose.
And they cause themselves to be trapped.
Every time.
Had a foul called. Both teams over the limit, so this will be Asby going to the free throw line. The foul was charged to Jackson. That's her first, Shanika Jackson.
Tim, Kecoughtan has 17 turnovers so far. Now, Richard Hall told me they've been averaging 25 plus. Well, they're well on pace to do even worse than that.
Unfortunately, that's not a pace he wanted to see. And no bonus coming for Jerry Asby, so she can't get it, but she gets the ball back on the loose ball. Shot is short. Chased down her own rebound. Good hustle. So good job of sticking with it. As Scotty said in my ear a minute ago, there's no lack of hustle.
Oh, no, these young ladies are really hustling out there.
You know, if you're a coach, and you've been a coach, so you know better than I, but if your players are trying, if they're not dogging it and they're not just standing around, you can't fault them as long as they're doing their best.
Sometimes you're just the other team has better athletes, have more experience.
Yeah, more experience in many cases. Lisa Weatherall gets the front end of the 1-and-1. 32-16. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. 55.8 seconds to be exact. Weatherall's second one rims out, and back come the Phantoms. Tipped away and almost stolen by the Warriors, but they can't control it. Warriors trying to get the ball out of the hands of the Phantoms. Haven't been able to do so yet. Tipped but controlled by the Phantoms. Shot is up, no good, but a foul has been called. This one will be charged to Jerry Asby. Her first. 2 shots coming. As you watch the replay here.
Got her hand on it, but just.
Well, and now here's where the foul is going to occur. She's going to get her right there with the body. Good call. So Jackson with 2 shots coming, got the first. And the second as well. A lot of free throws taken by both teams here in the first half. And trapped again. But this time a break as the ball was last touched before it went out of bounds by the Phantoms. 14.4 on the clock. Warriors trying to get the last shot off if they can. Down to 5 seconds. Shot is put up and off the rim, no good. Loose ball, stuck up, no, will not go.
Well, they got 2 shots at it.
Yep. So the buzzer sounds to end the first half. At halftime, our score is Phoebus 34 and Kecoughtan 16. We'll return to Kecoughtan High School with the second half of action after this brief timeout. Back here at halftime, the score, as you see, 34-16. The Warriors actually led after one period, 13-11. But in the second period, the Phantoms outscored the Warriors 23-3. Real quickly, the turnovers, 10 turnovers for the Phantoms. They had 17 rebounds, led by Christina Parrish. They had 4 assists, 2 block shots, and they also had 11 steals, and 5 of those by Cassie Alston. For the Lady Warriors, they had 19 turnovers, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. They had 1 block shot, and they had just 2 steals. Leading rebounder was Jerry Asby with 5. And the leading scorers in the first half. Leading scorers for the Warriors, they were led by Carrie Dixon, who had 6. And 8 points by Shanika Jackson for the Phantoms, and 9 points for Christina Parrish to be the leading scorer for the Phantoms. So we're set to get the second half underway, better known as the third period, or however you want to do that.
I think it's third period.
Okay, well, it's also the second half. Phantoms with the ball, and we had a foul before the shot. Be a non-shooting foul. Foul was called against the Warriors, number 22, Kara Kudlock. Pass inside was just a little too close to handle, and the rebound, loose ball comes to the Warriors. And they turn it over. So the turnovers rapidly accumulating here already in the third period. Open for the jumper, shot no good. Loose ball is rebounded by the Warriors. This is number 22, Kudlock. And unfortunately, she lost control of her footing and turned the ball over. But next time you go, Mike, I will have some pizza. I'll have some pizza next time you go.
Oh, wait a minute. They just got a basket you missed.
I did miss the basket. And we've got a tie up. Mike's passing out soft drinks here, so I want to make sure next time he goes, we'll get a couple of slices.
A couple of slices. And we're not talking sliced drink either, are we?
No. Talking slice of pizza.
Tim, Zoom is going to give an award to the senior player on each one of the basketball teams in the Hampton school system this year who has demonstrated academic excellence.
Who got that pass?
These players will be awarded plaques at a school board meeting after the season's over. We would like to thank David Allen and Zooms for their continued support of WHCS and our student athletes. And again, we will pick a player of the game from each one of these teams. Players will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Engraving Inc. Dave Buckwalter is the owner there, and the shirt comes from the Islander Sporting Goods, and John Roberts is the owner there. And we want to thank both John and David for their continuing support of our athletes.
20-point lead for the Phantoms.
And Tim, has just been one turnover after another. They're not protecting the ball. They're getting, and this is where inexperience comes in, they're getting hyper, and they're trying to go faster, or they're trying to do things that they can't do. They turn the ball over by a bad pass or by a travel, or, you know, just getting in the wrong place at the wrong time. They'll get better as they get more experience.
I want to know one thing, just one thing.
Okay.
A minute ago, we had a shot of the sideline. We had a shot of who? Bob Killen.
We did?
Yeah.
But no, not of us?
Not of us.
Oh.
That's okay.
You want us to stand up. Okay, we'll stand up next time.
Scotty's as subtle as a brick. Warriors down by 20. Need to get something going here. They mishandle the ball, and the loose ball taken again on the turnover.
Just got to do a better job of protecting the ball.
And we've got to travel before the shot. So the Warriors will bring Pinckney back into the ball game along with Weatherall. As Richard Hall continues to try and get the right combination working, get back in this ball game.
They played such a good first quarter, and I know he feels real frustrated because you play so good and then nothing goes right.
Rebound to the Phantoms, number 32, Parrish. She had a leading number of those in the first, and she converts at the other end as she gets the feed. She's got 11 now, double digits for her as she's on the way to a double-double. She had 5 rebounds at halftime. Picked up her 6th a moment ago. In the lane, blocked, double clutched, and paid the price.
Well, I don't think she really wanted to shoot the ball, but she had left her feet and they really didn't have much choice.
I think you're right. Rebound comes off to Pinckney, and she loses it. Back the other way, shot doesn't go, and Asby over the back didn't get called for the foul. She could have easily been, and Kim London got the bucket.
Nice drive, didn't get the basket.
Still can't get any help. Back come the Phantoms. Nice feed and a good basket by Jackson. Shanika Jackson got a couple of buckets here. 42-16, 4:20 to go in the third. Feed for Asby, she is fouled, she'll get a pair.
Well, that was a good pass that time, Tim. A nice bounce pass, just didn't convert. Maybe she's got a chance to get 2 from the foul line.
Foul will be charged to Veronica Bryant, that's her 2nd. Parklawn Wood Funeral Home, conveniently located at Hampton Center Parkway and North Armstead Avenue. For a tour of their new facility, stop by or give them a call at 827-4670. Parklawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the funeral director. In and out for Asby. So she started off nicely with the first 2, and unfortunately I was hit an 0 for 6 slump. Further substitutions for both squads. We'll pick them up for you when we can. 42-16 as Asby will have one more free throw coming. She had 2 points in the first half on those free throws. Some delay here as the referee was over talking to the scorekeeper and now is conversing. I'll get it right. Yeah, can't spit it out. Daryl is talking to Daryl, and I got that right no matter what.
Yeah, because I asked him, I says, well, what's your name? He says, I'm Daryl. And I said, how about you? He says, I'm Daryl's brother, Daryl.
So the conversation continued. Guys, you want to pick this up after the game, maybe with a little Coca-Cola?
Well, they might be talking about where they're going to go eat afterwards.
Well, Zoom's be a good place. Get a slice.
Hey, you might probably want to talk about what Zooms they want to stop by on the way home.
There's a lot of them around here. What did Daryl say? Gonna pass up.
Oh, Scotty's
on tonight.
He is on tonight.
Daryl and Daryl are going to Daryl's, of course. Where else would you go? In the lane, shot is up and good by Kim London. So she's got 8 points in the game.
She's just a freshman, Tim.
Good feed. Off the glass and a good shot. So finally the Warriors are able to score here in the third period, and it took them more than half of the period to do so. Ever since they started off with 13 points in the first period, they've scored just 5 points since that time.
Well, both of these teams are young, Tim. Phoebus has got 2 seniors, and Kecoughtan has got 1. Kecoughtan's got 4 ninth graders, and Phoebus has got 3. So they're both young teams. Will get better.
Now we're not being critical. I'm like I said before, I commend the young ladies for their efforts. They got there and they try hard, they hustle, and that's all you can do. Yep. The skills will come with time and practice.
Yes, it will. They just have to not get down on themselves, because this is a learning process.
Foul is called against Veronica Bryant. That's her 3rd. Watch the replay. You'll see how the foul was committed.
Oh, a little bit of body there.
Not a bad defensive play, however.
I tell you, that super slow is all right. Is that a new outfit, Scotty?
So Lisa Weatherall gets both free throws, and the lead is 24. A little more than 3 minutes to go in the third period. You're watching Phoebus and Kecoughtan. Girls AAA. Tim Cole, Bob Hintz, Bob Killen doing the stats, and Mike Hauser helping out all the way around here at Kecoughtan High School on the 8th of January, 2002.
Well, Mike Hauser's kind of looking over your shoulder pretty close, isn't he?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't fall out of the stands, I'll be all right.
No, I'll tell you, for a reason. We got to give a reason why he's doing that.
Well, because he likes me.
Oh, because he knows you get the box and one.
That's
huh?
right, I get the box and one. He knows where the donuts are stored. Now, Mr. Mike is going to be on the mic. Going to do a couple of games for us. I've got some conflicted schedules, so he's going to fill in. He's going to be over at Bethel Friday night, I understand.
Yeah.
When Channel 46 is there, and then going to be up at Denby following Friday. But I'll be back. Can't keep me out of here.
You be back?
I'll be back.
You know, that's what
Arnie.
No, that's what yeah.
MacArthur too.
Yeah. Arnie said. Well, there was a movie that they were going to do with Bach and Beethoven and Mozart.
I'll be Bach.
Stallone says I'll be Mozart, and Bruce Willis says I'll be Beethoven, and Schwarzenegger says I'll be Bach.
I think you told that once before, and I had the same nauseous feeling.
Oh, I thought that was pleasure I saw on your face.
Now that grimace. The grim grimace. Don't see a two-handed set shot all that often. And the rebound taken by the Phantoms. They're up 44-20. Bad pass inside, knocked away, and then the foul is called. Should be against the Phantoms, but I'll wait and see.
Yeah,
yes,
I think it's 22.
Yeah. Kim London picks up her second.
Well, it says 30 up there, so you might have missed one somewhere.
I used that board the last time. They charged her with 2 fouls on that play.
Okay.
That must be the call.
Must have been a hard foul.
Hard foul, that's right. Give her a double foul. Nonetheless, a non-shooting foul. However, the Warriors having difficulty getting it across the timeline, and they are once again going to be fouled, and again a player control situation.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault Phoebus. Boy, they were really going after him. They're really just trying to do everything they can to disrupt any kind of flow, any kind of rhythm that the Warriors can get. And the Warriors had a pretty good rhythm going that first quarter, but since then the Phantoms have turned up the heat.
And a bad pass behind the back on the right wing, so they'll turn it over. 2 minutes and 1 second left here in the third. In the lane, heavy contact and a foul. Jerry Aspie will be called for the foul. That's her second. And it will send Kamisha Alston to the free throw line. Her visit is the first to the charity stripe.
What are you calling Jerry? Who'd you call her?
Asby.
Asby, yeah, that's what I thought you said.
25 turnovers against Kecoughtan, I'm told by Mr. Killen.
Well, now Richard Hall would say, okay, that's it, girls, no more. You get no more turnovers throughout the game.
You know, that was not a bad defensive play. She got a lot of the ball, but it got her with the body, apparently. And both free throws. So Alston is perfect from the charity stripe. Didn't give you that statistic. They were 9 of 16 in the first half, which isn't that bad. But the Phantoms on the other end, the Warriors rather, just 3 of 11 from the free throw line. This one is fired up from outside, no good. Loose ball is picked up by the Phantoms. Bodies all over the floor, no foul. Open player underneath is spotted, and she can't get the ball to go in, but the foul will be charged to Lisa Weatherall. And 2 shots will be forthcoming for Kim London. Kim London had 4 points in the first half, and she's added 4 more here, so she's up to 8 in the contest. And a chance to add to that total. Misses the first of 2. She was just 2 of 6 from the free throw line in the first half. She gets 1 of the 2. And the lead is 27. And a loose ball in the corner, stolen, and then stolen right back. Ree Williams. And we've got a whistle underneath at the other end.
That'll still be player control. That's number 6. After that, we'll be shooting.
This one is on Marisha Bowler. And we've got a tie-up underneath. Possession arrow will give the ball to the Phantoms. Excuse me, check that, the Warriors.
No, Phantoms.
No, I had it right the first time.
That's what I thought. You were wrong only because you thought you was wrong, right?
That's right. Lack of confidence. Nice feed underneath. Somebody
great pass.
Well, and someone else taking a little nap under there. Just let that ball come in untouched. We're inside of a minute to go in the third. Jumper is good by number 12, Joy Petaway. That's her first.
She was determined she was going to get down and get that basket.
Batted away, loose ball. Chased down by Ree Williams. And then it's knocked out of bounds by the Phantoms. 33.7 on the clock. Stolen by the Phantoms. And then the ball is lost. It's a little bit of contact. Could have called a foul, but didn't. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. We've got more than our share of fouls called. Warriors push it up the court. Knocked away, stolen once again. This is Bowler, and she'll score. Marisha Bowler. 51-22. And knocked into the backcourt by the Kecoughtan player. If she picked it up, she would have been better off to have done that.
Yeah.
I know what she was trying to do because she picks it up, it's an over and back and over. But by not contesting it, got the easy layup.
Easy layup. You're right there.
So after 3, it's Phoebus 53 as they had 19 points to their total. And the Warriors just able to add 6 points in the third period. So after 3 periods, it's 53-22 in favor of the Phoebus Phantoms. Phantoms looking to improve their 3-2 record. And the Warriors still trying to get that first victory of the season. 27-12 is the turnover ratio in the disfavor of Kecoughtan. There you see the Warriors. Yeah, and go right along with those turnovers. 16 steals by Phoebus.
Yeah, see, not all, but again, it's protecting the ball. When you come to a stop, you quit dribbling. You still got to protect the ball. You can't hold it where somebody can knock it out or take it out of your hands or tie you up or do something with it. You got to protect the ball, and this is just things that Rich is going to have to work on with these young ladies, and they're going to get better as they play. Like I told you, they've only got one senior and 3 juniors. The rest are sophomores and freshmen.
So the Warriors will get it to start the fourth quarter. Fourth period. Second half of the second half, whatever you want to call it.
The second half of the second half?
Yeah. That's a foul that didn't get called. And there's an over and back. So her foot clearly on the line.
Clearly.
(53-22) in favor of the team with the ball, the Phantoms of Phoebus. Wide open player, but unfortunately she was so wide open she took steps. Forgot to put the ball on the floor. Again, the defense taking a little snooze there, and the ball got thrown in easily, but fortunately for the Warriors, the travel call, and now they turn it back over. A little draft off the door swinging back and forth. I could use some of that Beantown coffee from Zoom's. Pour it on my feet.
Pour it on your feet cold?
Well, a little chilly, but not quite as chilly as it was up in Richmond doing that game in that rainstorm with the Phoebus championship game. My gracious. Could have been worse. Could have been colder.
It could have been worse. You're right.
And certainly want to thank Andy Foley and drawing a blank on the name here.
Mike Lewinsky.
Mike Lewinsky for helping put that plastic up and protect us.
And Mike Hauser helped with that too.
Mike Hauser, well, he had a vested interest.
But you know, when we finished that game, right over your head was a big bubble of water.
Yes, it was. Back come the Phantoms. And a pass, good intentions, but not a good idea. You were too close to the young lady.
Well, and you could have shot the layup, and she was in rebounding position. But and, you know, that's the kind of a turnover as a coach you don't get mad at the girls for.
Contact, no foul. Ball knocked away. That'll still belong to the Warriors. Again, a reminder, we'll have the girls contest and the boys contest for you right here. Each time we do the high school coverage, we get the girls game and the boys game for you. And a foul.
Well, there was a case of you being too close. The defensive person just took the ball right out of the hands of the offensive player.
So at the free throw line will be Veronica Bryant. She's only been there 2 other times and hit both of those. Here's the replay. You'll see the foul.
Oh, love that slow motion.
Kimber Johnson called for her 3rd personal foul. I want to know where the blimp is.
Look over here to my right.
Oh, that was cruel.
Oh, that was
cruel. And what's over to your right? I guess I might as well tell everybody.
I don't know.
Do that. We won't.
Some other guy.
Some other. In and out, no good. And we've got that dreaded whistle again. 55-22 with 6:10 remaining in the contest. Kecoughtan led after one period, and if they could have called the game at that point, they would have had their first victory of the season. But unfortunately, you play 4 periods, and the Warriors have been pretty manhandled ever since that first period. They're outscored 23-3 and 19-6.
And there's a good idea. What the Phantoms are doing, Tim, is they're not only playing good defense, but they're getting back down on offense, and they've got people underneath the basket wide open. The Warriors are slow getting back down, and they're getting shot after shot after shot. Possession arrow again belongs to the Phantoms.
Didn't the Lady Warriors play last night too?
Yeah, they played at Hampton, got beat 115-27. Yeah.
So you know they might just be
a little wore out too, I'm sure. But that was a makeup game from last Friday. That was
snow date. 115. Hampton's girls team is on a roll.
Well, the best team that everybody thought was going to be giving them a great game would be Woodside. They beat them twice. They have yet to play Menchville. The Lady Monarchs have only lost one, so that'll be a good contest when that comes around.
Ryan connected on the first of 2. And she gets a second, so she's 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and it's 24 points for the Warriors and 55 for the Phantoms. Oh my gracious, heavy contact, no foul. How do you not call something?
That's a great block.
Because there's no blood on the floor?
I guess.
I mean, somebody did something. You don't.
And I can't believe both whistles were not in the mouth.
Well, I'm just glad.
One of them had to be there. Maybe they swallowed it. So, oh my goodness.
I'm not encouraging fouls being called, but watch this contact. Boom. I mean, I didn't see it block that good last night in the Monday Night Football game.
"32 turnovers, 11 rebounds.
That's true. We were watching the Vikings, so that would make sense.
Oh, I'm sorry. Number 32 for the Phantoms got 32, has got 11 rebounds.
Oh.
I thought 32 turnovers.
And she should have had a tackle on that last play, too. In and out. And we've got a battle for the ball and a jump ball.
And 29 turnovers for the Warriors. That will be number 22, or was that a?
That's a jump ball, so I don't think that counts as a turnover.
No, I guess not.
56-24. Game has been decided. The only difference is we don't know the final score yet. 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Warriors had a good first period, but it's been all Phoebus ever since. In and out on the three-point attempt. Aspie gets the rebound but throws it away.
Again, you got to protect the ball.
Jumper is a little short. Good job of boxing out. Ball knocked loose and a foul.
We got fouls on 40. Yeah, we got a 1-and-1.
Yep, the Warriors will be at the free throw line.
No, I think the Phantoms are at the free throw line.
Phantoms are the free throw line.
The number 40 was Tanisha Ryan was the one that was called for the foul.
You are correct. They've got the bonus. What threw me off is the bonus star up on the scoreboard is pointing to the Warriors.
Oh.
But it should be both. Be pointing to the Phantoms.
Should be. We have Tanisha and Tanisha. Tanisha Drummond and Tanisha Ryan. And just don't want you to get mixed up.
And now they say, wait a minute, we were wrong. It's not bonus time yet. Kecoughtan's in the bonus, which is what they've got on the board.
Yeah.
But the Phantoms are not.
Well, they got the arrow pointed the wrong way, like you said.
No, they got it right now. They were never mind.
Oh, yeah, the bonus is to the Warriors. You're right.
So now that we got everybody thoroughly confused, the scoreboard was correct. The officials had it wrong. They were giving the 1-and-1 to the Phantoms.
And he says, I'll be back.
I'll be back. Now there's no problem with the bonus because this is a shooting foul. He's got a good slap on the arm. And at the free throw line is Jackson, and she's got the free throw. She's 3 out of 4. We got to be thinking about our players of the game here, big guy.
Yes, we got to do that. Another nice shot.
So Jackson with 4 out of 5 from the free throw line, and she has got 14 points on the game. Certainly a key contender for that coveted honor of player of the game. And a foul inside. So the Foul Fest continues. Foul Fest 2000 here at Kecoughtan High School.
2002.
2002. That's how many fouls they've called on. At the free throw line is Joy Petaway, her first visit there. Here comes the pizza man.
Uh-oh. You got him.
Trip him. Get Mike over. Mike, trip this guy as he goes by. This man's got the pizza. And if his and if his buddy has got the beer, we're in business. Petaway did not get the first of the 1-and-1 and therefore will not get the bonus. And then there was a foul committed on the play.
And that's 5 fouls on
Ryan. Tanisha Ryan must have been giving her 2 at a time because I had her for 3. But she has, in fact, fouled out. So Richard Hall will have to bring in a substitute, and he will bring in Kara Kudlock. So Jackson will return to the free throw line, where she's hit her last 3 and 4 out of 5. And won't get it this time.
Nice rebound.
And the Warriors throw it away. Blocked nicely by Jackson, and a good outlet pass if she can chase it down. No, it goes out of bounds. Good
nice
idea.
hustle, though, wasn't it?
Definitely.
Michelle Russell was moving on out down there, trying to get up with that ball.
Warriors turn it over again. And the Warriors get it back. 3.5 minutes to go. Kudlock got it.
Yeah, good job.
So she doubles her scoring for the night. She had 2 in the first half and now has 4. Good feet underneath, but the ball just won't stay in. Kudlock will try it again. Won't go, but an offensive board, and it won't stay down. Warriors not being out hustled, however, but then they turn it over yet again. And the timeout called by the Phoebus.
Nice call. She couldn't see anybody. You talk about being surrounded by trees.
So Russell calls the timeout as she was about to have a 5-second call made. 2:45 left. Bob, players of the game. Let's take a look at what we got here. On the Phoebus side, there's a lot of obvious choices. We've got Christina Parrish has, see, she's got 12 points on the night, 9 of those coming in the first half. Shanika Jackson, she got 14. We got Kim London, who's had a nice night. She's got 11. And Kamisha Alston with, she's got 6 on the night. But I think we're coming to a consensus here. Shanika Jackson doing an outstanding job on the board as well as scoring.
How about the Warriors?
Well, you know, they've had some spurts here, and they've had some good hustle. Well,
yeah, let's look at it.
We'll give it a little more consideration.
You got Jerry Ashby's done a good job.
Yeah.
Carrie Dixon, Lisa Weatherall, Tanisha Ryan did a lot of hustling out there. Not a whole lot of points scored by the Lady Warriors.
No, you can't really hone in on that as a criteria for the award, but I like the way Asby has played, and that is Asby who just tried to defend that play. 60-27, and the Phantoms got it, but then give it right back. I'm kind of leaning this way, or perhaps this way.
Oh, what is the other one?
Well, either in here or I'm wide open here. Said, you know, and that really, quite frankly, the difficulty in picking a player of the game for the Warriors comes down to the fact that they really haven't had a single player jump out at you and take the leadership, and that's I think that's, and I don't want to be critical, but I'm trying not to be, but I think that's
right.
What happens when you have a young team. You need, you know, anytime you've got a senior leader on your team, it's easy to spot that person. You know, that person will jump out at you.
Right.
That's right.
That's the only senior they've got on their team.
Yep.
So,
So we're going to, through the process of considering all the different, we'll get Mike to pick a number between, no, we're going to watch the replay here. You're going to see.
Oh, nice block.
Yeah, it was a good block. And that's the player of the game that just got called for that foul. That's Jerry Asby. And I like the hustle that she showed all night. And she, you know, she was in there. She got a lot of opportunities to score. She you know, was obviously working the ball, but didn't have a lot of success in the scoring column. But it's difficult when you see the young ladies hustling and trying like they are. You got to sometimes look past the scoring or lack of it.
That's right.
We mentioned a number of Kecoughtan Warriors who could be considered for those very reasons. Ree Williams, a good job of hustle there. She feeds it down low and won't go. And a tie-up jump ball, and the possession error will give it back over to the Phantoms. 1:49 left in the ball game, 60-27. So the Warriors will fall to 0-7, and the Phantoms will improve to 4-2. What is killing them? Yes. Bob wanted to add his expertise to this. What did he say, Bob?
He said the game turned around when the Phantoms brought in when they substituted the 4 players,
yep.
Basically brought in the second team and increased the tempo and on defense, and that's exactly what happened. I was just wanted to see if Killen picked it up.
Yeah, he's very astute.
Very astute. Of course, I think Mike Hauser might have helped him a little. I don't
think he might have?
I don't know.
I think the game turned when the Phantoms outscored them 23-3 in the second quarter.
And why do you think that was?
Because they outscored them by 20 points. 1:12 time remaining. At the free throw line is Tanisha Drummond. So her chance to score some points tonight. She'll be at the free throw line, and fouling out of the game is Veronica Bryant. She'll leave with 3 points unofficially. There you see a good look at Tanisha Drummond, and she'll just miss on the first of 2. And hits on the second one.
A nice steal.
There's the story. 60-28 with 1:10 on the clock. And we'll have another shooting opportunity here. Just what we were hoping for. Another foul. Ree Williams. And you might ask, well, is that her name, Ree? Well, her name is Regale Williams, but she likes to be called Ree.
That's right.
So she had a chance to get in the scorebook for the first time. Misses on the first of 2. And can't get the second one either. Inside of a minute to go now. Shot is off the mark, but the stick back is good by number 14, Sequina Brown. And stolen. Bowler is fouled, so she'll get a chance to score.
Well, that really was the second foul. She was grabbed up here, and they didn't call it. And then I think the officials were going to let him go. Hopefully she'd go in and shoot the layup and let some time come off the clock, but he had to call that other foul.
Mercifully.
This half alone, Tim, the Warriors have been out rebounded 21-7, and that'll make a long night, because you're not going to get many putbacks, and obviously you're not the only rebounds that you are getting probably are defense, but you're giving up too many offense and defensive rebounds. That's a tremendous amount of difference.
Under half a minute to go now. But again, the Warriors, to their benefit, playing hard from the very beginning to the very end as they get the rebound. And a tie-up jump ball possession arrow. Stolen by the Phantoms. Should have a 20-point rule in the last 3 minutes of the game. I just made that up. I think that works. You got that thing of softball.
That's softball, yeah. You got
10-run rule. Shot is off the mark, goes out of bounds, or actually rebounded by the Warriors, and the buzzer will sound to end the contest. So our players of the game for Kecoughtan, Jerry Aspie, and for the Phantoms, Shanika Jackson. Our final score is off the board already.
Right here, 62-28.
62-28. They just wiped it off the board on the scoreboard here before we got a chance. Want to remind everybody, our game tonight brought to you in part by Zooms, with 14 Peninsula locations to serve you, and in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the funeral director. For Bob Hintz, Bob Killen, Mike Hauser, and the Channel 46 crew, the final score again is Kecoughtan on the wrong end of a 62-28 score. The Phantoms improved to 4-2, Kecoughtan 0-7. This is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.